Yes, hi. So, welcome back to the Get 30 Admissions in 90 Days online course. Now, in this particular section, I am going to talk about the 4 different strategies, okay, the quarterly strategies that you can apply in depending on which quarter you are into. Okay, so in this particular chapter, I am going to talk about the strategy for the quarter 1, that is January, February, and March. Okay, so let's see what the strategy is going to be that will help you get those 30 admissions if you are about to get into the first quarter, that is Jan, Feb, and March. Now, first, let's understand when to apply this strategy. Okay, so as I said, because this is the first quarter strategy, okay, this strategy will only work in the months of Jan, Feb, and March. Okay, don't try to apply this in the quarter 2 or in any other quarters because this won't work. And let me also tell you that this is a proven strategy. Okay, this has literally worked wonders for more than 400 preschools that I have worked with earlier, and that's the reason in this course I have added this strategy. And if you implement it the way I tell you to, it's really going to be helpful for you. Okay, so when to apply this strategy? Obviously Jan, Feb, and March. Okay, even if you are right now in the month of Jan and watching this session, you can still apply this for the month of February and March. Or even if you are a bit late, you are right now watching this online course in the month of February, still you can apply this strategy for the remaining 1 month, that is March. Okay, obviously the whole idea is to get 30 admissions in the next 90 days, which is Jan, Feb, and March. Okay, so to get those 30 admissions with this strategy, you will have to apply this for the all 3 months. Okay, so now let's talk about what strategy it is. Okay, now in this 3 months you have to offer a free head start program. Okay, so you have to run a free head start program in your preschool, wherein you have to allot a separate classroom. Okay, this particular head start program will work as a common program for pre-playgroup students and pre-nursery students. Okay, so for example, if a child is 2-year-old in the month of January, okay, this child can get into the head start program in the next 3 months, that is Jan, Feb, March. By the time he goes in the month of June, he'll be 2.5, and that's when he'll be eligible for the playgroup enrollment. Okay, so that's why I'm calling as pre-playgroup and pre-nursery. Similarly, if the child is 3-year-old and by June if he is going to be eligible for nursery, then this program will be for that child. Okay, similarly you can also run this program for junior and senior, but I would suggest you run one program for clubbing pre-playgroup and pre-nursery, and another batch for pre-junior KG and pre-senior KG. Okay, but this will work well only for playgroup and nursery. Okay, so now what this free head start program is all about. Okay, so it is a 3 months program. It's a free program offered by preschools to in the months of Jan, Feb, and March, in order to attract parents so that they do not wait for an enrollment till the month of June. Okay, now let's understand why this 3 months. Okay, so I'll be in the next few slides, you will have more clarity in what this program is all about and how it is going to help you get those 30 enrollments. Okay, now as you all know, January, February, March, these are the 3 months wherein you get a lot of enquiries, right? There's a good enquiry period. I wouldn't call it as an admission period, but it's a good enquiry period, right? Usually what happens is, even if you are getting 2-3 enquiries on a daily basis during these 3 months, you will see that the conversion is not happening, right? the conversions don't happen immediately. What happens is, suppose there's an inquiry which is a parent who has come in the month of January, and you have given them all the details, and you've given them the brochure, shown them the school, everything, and at the end, when it comes to offering the fees, right? So two major reasons why a parent will move out without enrollment. Number one is you charge the fees on a prorate basis. Now, for example, if your annual fees is 48,000, okay, let's assume you're charging a fees of 48,000 for the whole year for a playgroup class. Now, when the parent wants to enroll the child in the month of Jan, you would be charging them on a prorate basis a fees of say 12,000, which is 4,000 per month into 3, right? Plus, you will also ask the parent to buy a student kit for the 3 months, right? So this way, an overall fees for the 3 months that a parent would pay if they want to enroll them immediately, that would be somewhere around 18 to 20,000, okay, which is actually a big amount just for 3 months, right? And that's the reason the parent is not enrolling on the spot and they are going back. Okay, now what happens is, once the parent is out of your school, okay, you have given them enough time, okay, to think, okay, plus you have also given them enough time to go to other preschools and check out with. See, although a parent is going to go to all other preschools in your area and only then take a call, okay, but this particular program will help you 80% of the times. This program is going to help you to block that parent right away and ensure that the child enrolls, and only then they go back. Okay, now I'll tell you why I'm so confident and why this works. Okay, so when you offer a free Head Start program immediately, after the inquiry, after you've done the counseling, after you've given all the details about the school, you tell the parent that why don't you start sending the child to our preschool immediately from the very next day. Okay, or suppose if you're doing this in December, you can tell them that our Head Start program batch starts in the first week of Jan, so why don't you start sending the child immediately from say 2nd of January, the next 3 months. And this 3 months will actually help your child to settle down in the preschool and get accustomed to the teachers, to the infrastructure, to other kids. And by the time the actual academic batch starts, that is in the month of June, your child would be preschool ready. Okay, so that's how you basically pitch this program, and this is a free program. Okay, so that actually attracts the parent even when you run the ads, which I am going to talk about in my further chapters. So in this particular section I am just talking about the strategies, and later on I am in the upcoming chapters I'll be talking about how you run ads for this particular strategy and get those enrollments. Okay, so now as soon as the parent is there, as I said, you talk them about the Head Start program. Okay, and then what the parent has to do is, the parent has to pay a very small fees of 3,000 or between 3,000 to 5,000 only. Okay, why 3,000 to 5,000? Now suppose if you are charging a fees of 50,000 for the annual for the complete year, then 10% of it is what you will be charging them for the Head Start program. Okay, so similarly, if the fees is 30,000, around 10% comes to around 3,000. So anything between 3,000 to 5,000 rupees is a good fees that you can charge for a Head Start program. Okay, second is, the parent doesn't have to buy the uniform. Okay, they don't have to buy the student kit. Okay, the whole Head Start program would be not more than 1.5 years every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, so 5 days in a week. And the best part is, you can tell the parent that your child can immediately join the class from the very next day. Okay, even if you have an inquiry in the month of say February, Okay, you can tell them the Head Start program is already on and your child can immediately join it from the very next day. Okay, now you might say, but Sanket, you have always said that it's a free Head Start program, right? So even the parent will ask me, why do I have to pay the fees of 3,000 or 5,000? Why are you saying calling it as a free program? So I'll tell you, parent pays the Head Start fees, okay, but why I'm calling it as a free program, and this is what you'll have to explain the parent during the counseling session, okay, during the inquiry session. So this amount, the 3,000 or 5,000 rupees what they are going to pay, will actually act as an advance for the upcoming academic batch. Okay, so let's say the child starts coming in for the Head Start program, the parent pays 5,000 rupees and the child starts coming. Okay, so the child attends the Head Start program for Jan, Feb, March, 3 months. Now during the mid of March, you basically circulate a letter or a message to all the Head Start program parents saying that because we are now about to start the enrollments for the month of June, the next academic year, because you have been a part of the Head Start program, the first preference is given to you, okay, for the enrollments. And if you confirm your enrollment immediately in the next, say, 10 days or 5 days, whatever is comfortable for you, then this 5,000 rupees that you've paid for the Head Start program is going to act as an advance. Okay, so if you're charging a fees, annual fees of 50,000 for the whole year, that means the balance amount that the parent has to pay is only going to be 45,000 for the upcoming batch. This way, if a parent continues, or if the parent continues the admission, as in the child continues for the next academic batch, only then this whole program, the 3 months, are going to be free for them. Let's assume if the child is not continuing, okay, the child is moving to some other city or maybe going to some K-12 school, still that 5,000 rupees is not a very big amount that the parent has paid for the 3 months. Okay, now this is something that you'll have to very well explain them at the time of the inquiry. Okay, so the parent has to be very clear how this program is effectively going to be free for them. Okay, now why this works, okay, why this has really worked for most of the preschools that we have worked with, whoever has executed it well, it has 100% worked for them. Reason being, the 3 months program actually act as a settling period for the child. Okay, secondly, 80% of the parents who enroll for the Head Start program are going to continue for the next batch. Reason being, after these 3 months, no parent will think of removing the child from the school and putting them in some other preschool, right? Because even the parent wants that the child has to be settled and is comfortable going to the preschool. Okay, so that's the reason 80%. So you are targeting 30 admissions in the month of Jan, Feb, March. Okay, your ultimate target should be to get at least 50 enrollments in the Settlers program, and the promotions for the Settlers program can begin very well right from mid of December. Okay, how to promote that, what ad campaign, what should be the budget, what should be the creative, the ad creative, all these details will follow in my upcoming chapters. Okay, so this section, which is a quarterly preschool marketing strategies section, will only have 4 chapters, and in each chapter I will be talking about one strategy. Just like for the quarter 1, I have explained you the strategy, which is the Head Start, free Head Start program strategy. Now similarly, in the next chapter, I will be talking about a strategy which will help you get enrollments in the month of April, May, June, that is the quarter 2. Okay, so thank you for now, good luck, and I'll see you in the next chapter.